In 2012, Synlait Farms won the Lincoln University Foundation South Island Farmer of the Year award. The business combines a traditional family farm approach with best practice corporate innovation and management systems. Juliet McLean is CEO of Synlait Farms. She explains the thinking behind the setup.
Synlait Farms is quite a new company. It was started in 2000. My business partners Ben Dingle and John Penno and I were based in the Waikato at the time, and we were looking for an opportunity to expand our business. And so we came and we actually purchased the farm where we are today, Robindale. It was a 570 hectare sheep farm, and we converted that over a period of 18 months to milk 3,000 cows. And that was the start of the Synlait Farms business. Over the last 10 years it's grown to cover around 4,000 hectares of milking platform, and this season we calved around 13,000 cows. Over time, as we were developing the farming business, John and Ben and I started to think about whether there were other ways that we could be approaching the processing of our milk. And one of those trains of thought meant that we developed the ideas around, could we be processing our milk ourselves, and could we offer opportunities for other people other than the traditional cooperative model that was around at the time. Synlait Milk is a milk manufacturing plant that manufactures milk powder and infant formula. We had a vision to be able to control the product from the cow to the customer. And so in 2008, we brought in some new investment to the company, which allowed us to establish the milk manufacturing site. Synlait Farms are the largest supplier for Synlait milk. We supply between 10 and 12% of the milk that comes into the factory. Synlait has around 100 shareholders, and John and Ben and I are just 3 of those shareholders. Most of them are New Zealand agricultural-based farmers, a lot of them, and people that are interested in investing in farming and the agricultural sector. In 2006, when we were wanting to establish the business in a broader sense, we were able to attract an investment from Mitsui. That's a very large Japanese company, and they're still an important shareholder for us now. And we've also got an investment in this part of the business, in Synlait Milk, from a Chinese investor. The Synlait Milk business will continue to grow, most likely. Synlait Farms has been through a period where I've very much concentrated on us getting the basics as good as we can, so that we've got a good platform to grow from in the future. And I think now we're in a good position to achieve that. There's a couple of things that I've tried to focus on in the last 5 years that have helped us to develop and improve, and one of them is a consistent philosophy of continuous improvement. I also think what I've tried to do is blend together what I think of as the best aspects of family farming businesses and some of the really proven success factors that you see in great corporates, and bring the two together to allow the best of family tradition and corporate business to allow us to continuously improve. When you're running a big business like this, there's a lot of things you could focus on, and I think that's part of where people fall over in achieving continuous improvement, is they try to do too many things at once. So we've honed our strategy into what we call 6 pillars, which is cows, grass, people, profit, the environment, and innovation. And when we start to think about new ideas or areas of focus, if they don't fall quite neatly into one of those 6 pillars, then chances are they might be a distraction and we probably shouldn't be looking at them. So it's helped us hone our focus on the areas that we think really will add value to the business, but also add value to the people. His approach to the wet weather is he doesn't feed supplement in the wet conditions.
So are they sort of contoured along sort of rubber lines, or are they just down around fence lines?
No. Within the people part of the business, I think the key premise for me is that the employer and the employee just must be aligned in their goals and what they want to achieve, but also in their values. And so if we can't have some fun together, be really enjoying what we're doing and achieving great outcomes, it's unlikely that those relationships are going to work. And for me, one of the great things that we've been able to achieve in the last 10 years is that at a senior management level across the business, we've got great continuity. So we've got farm managers that have been with us for up to 10 years. And that builds a really strong culture. One of the aspects that we focused on with people is making sure that everybody's got their own performance and learning framework. You sit down at least once a month with a person in your team and you talk really deeply about how things are going and what they're trying to achieve and what each party can do to help the other one get a good outcome.
David Campbell graduated from Massey University as a vet 10 years ago and is Synlait Farms Livestock and Innovation Manager.
My role at Synlait Farms is to oversee and contribute to improving our livestock performance across all of our farms. We sort of call it proactive interventions, so wherever we can identify opportunities on farm to work with our farm teams and to understand our farm systems better, we do identify good opportunities to improve performance. The opportunity for improvement that we recognised was heifer mastitis. 3 years ago, when we analysed our numbers, 24% on average across the farms of heifers were calving with mastitis, and that was just unacceptable to us. You know, we had a good solution in the form of teat seal, which is a non-antibiotic containing product that you can introduce into the teat canal prior to first calving. It's backed by really good science and evidence in terms of its potential to reduce heifer mastitis. But our big problem was we had 2,500 heifers and they were all out at grazing in the winter time, and we just didn't have them close to shed facilities where we could restrain them enough to insert the teat seal. It's not much good chasing them around a kale paddock to try and get it in. So the innovation in the kit is our teat seal crate. It's a portable herringbone setup. We can get between 5 and 6 heifers on that at a time, lined up very nicely, because heifers are such sweet, innocent young things. They actually stand really, really well when they're handled gently, and it allows us to insert the teat seal really cleanly and actually process a large number of heifers really efficiently. So the impact it's had on the business has been huge. We've reduced heifer mastitis to on average sort of 4%.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.